Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Well, I guess this is the moment of truth right here. So in this video we're going to be getting the cylinder head back on and checking if this baby fires up with all the issues resolved. So I already cleaned up the cylinder head surface, took out all the head bolts obviously, cleaned out the mating surface carefully using nail polish remover. And I also lubricated the cylinders that are down. You can see them all shiny, so that when we go for the first start, it won't start off dry. So that's where I'm at. So right now I'm going to get the cylinder head gasket out and carefully place it on. So let's do this. So here's the cylinder head gasket I'm making use of. I'm being careful not to touch the mating surfaces right here. So right now I'm going to place it on the cylinder block. Being careful to ensure that everything goes on smooth and all the necessary points get covered and the open ones remain open obviously. So that's it, the gasket is on there. So I guess it's time for the cylinder head to get back on. Before getting the cylinder head, I want to just do a close-up so that we can look at everything, because I want this to be the last time I'm going to see this part of this engine. It's been a long journey coming and can't wait to get this baby back on the road so that we can experience some VTEC power. So everything's looking good. So cylinder head time, let's do it. Yeah, before installing the cylinder head, I just had to show the mating surface on the cylinder head itself. So here it is. That's cylinder 1 right there. 2, we have 2 valves open on the intake side, and then 3, we have 2 valves open on the exhaust side. So all looking good. I didn't have the surfaces resurfaced at a machine shop, but I think everything should be good because the engine had good compression before we took it apart. So that's the way it looks. So now on to getting this baby back in the car. Yes, this is it. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, it's quite heavy. I think you can get it done. Yep, it's here. Can't drop it. So there it is. The cylinder head is back on the engine. It was quite heavy. I wish I could show you getting it back on, but I just had to get it done carefully. So it's back on. I'm yet to install the bolts, obviously. They're still over there. So I'm going to open the valve cover next and then get the bolts installed and torqued down properly. Also, very important, I ensured that the cam didn't spin at all, so it's still at the timing mark. I'm not sure I can show that right here. There's a notch on this pulley. It aligns with that on the back of the pulley right there. So all that is good. And obviously we saw that cylinders 2 and 3 had valves open, with cylinder 1 all the way at top dead center. So we're good there. That's a very important step because you don't want to go through all this and have your engine get damaged as a result of such a mistake. So let's continue and get things rolling. Using my 10mm socket and a 3/8 extension, getting the bolts out right here. I obviously just had the cover on to prevent dust and dirt from getting into the engine. With the valve cover taken off, I'm now going to lubricate the cylinder head bolt like I'm showing here using some clean engine oil. I'm lubricating the threads so that it goes in very smooth and doesn't bind up at all. Not too much, we don't want it to drip. And then very importantly, also this portion of the cylinder head so it doesn't bind up and we're able to torque appropriately. Yes. So with that out of the way, go and insert the bolt in there. Go starting with this right here. Obviously starting off the threads by hand, moving really smoothly, everything's feeling really good. So I'll do that for the other 7 and then proceed from there. This step seems unimportant, but it can greatly affect the eventual outcome. Next, I ran all the bolts down by hand and then afterwards got out my torque wrench to begin the whole torquing process. So with all the head bolts lightly snuck down, I'm going to follow this sequence to tighten the cylinder head bolts. In that sequence, first step, I'll do 29 foot-pounds all round. Then afterwards, I'll do 51. Then afterwards, I'll do 72.3. So let's get right into it. With my torque wrench set to the initial value of 29 foot-pounds, I'm now going to go round the bolts sequentially to have them tightened. So that's the first one. Getting tighter. Getting tighter. That was the click right there. So that's the first one. So now doing the second one. I'm periodically checking my diagram to be sure I don't make any mistakes, because it's not something you want to do twice, because you don't want a blown head gasket. So getting tighter too. Almost there. Almost there. That was the click. So moving on to the third one. So I'll repeat this process till I'm done with the 8 bolts. The first part was successful, so now I'm moving on to 51 foot-pounds. So I just got done torquing the 8 bolts to 51 foot-pounds. Now on to the final value of 72.3. So I guess I'll just make it 73 foot-pounds. So let's set this together. Ooh, a little bit nervous, but I think everything's going to be fine. Yeah, so get in there. So I have it set to 72.5. I think that's close enough. So let's do it. Still checking on my diagram because I don't want to make any mistakes. Now 72.5. Wow, it's quite tight. Gotta get it done. Come on, it's moving. Come on! Yeah, that was the click. Now on to the next one. Whew. That was quite intense. Yeah, number 2, seated, checking properly, no mistakes. Don't want any slippage at all. Yeah, number 2. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Come on. That wasn't a click. It's just moving. Number 2 moving. Oh. Oof. Yeah, that was number 2 clicking. Now on to number 3. Can't imagine anybody doing this job without a torque wrench, because This final tightening torque feels like I'm going to break something, but that's what's specified in the service manual, so got to do it. So number 3, yeah. Come on, number 3, we can do this. Yeah, number 3 done. Everything's looking good so far. Now on to number 4. That wasn't a click. Number 4. Yeah, number 4 done. Now on to number 5. I'm constantly referencing my diagram. Don't want to make any mistakes. Number 5. I'm tired, but the excitement makes it all worth it. Woo. Number 5. Still going. Yeah, number 5 was done. That was the click right there. I hope you got that. Number 6. We're almost done, fellas. Man. Number 6. I was particularly tensed while torquing down the bolts because if one of them failed to get torqued correctly, then the whole job was going to be termed as a fail. Number 6 done. 2 more. Now on to number 7. We're almost there, fellas. Just hang in there. Let's do this. Number 7 going. Yeah, that was number 7. Whew. Now on to number 8. The one where we inserted the helicoil together. Let's see. Number 8 right now. Ensure that the socket is seated on properly. Don't want any slippage. Yeah, on to the final one. Number 8 going. Number 8. Number 8. Still moving. Yeah, we did it. That was number 8. Whew. I'm now so tired. Well, after catching some time to catch my breath from that intense workout right there, I'm really happy about the way things turned out. Obviously, all the bolts tucked down just like I wanted them to. So everything's looking extremely good. That's the cylinder head gasket there peeking out. Peekaboo! From down there, everything went really smooth. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. So I guess I have to put everything else back together. The valve cover, put the intake back on, connect the coolant lines at the back of the engine right there. Get the wiring situated. Also get the timing bell reinstalled. And then we'll go for the first start. So I'm not going to bore you all that because it's pretty straightforward. We've done the timing belt together. You can check my earlier videos for that. So fellas, we're getting to the last lap of the engine repair. So let me get all that done and then we'll continue from there. Well, I have the engine fully assembled right now. Took me, I would say, about 5 hours because I intentionally took my time so that no mistakes were made. Did everything very carefully. I also have the serpentine bell reinstalled. Everything's looking good. I also replaced the hose clamps with these clamps, all 4 of them. Yeah, I got used ones obviously. And then I must confess, I already started it up. I was so anxious to get it running. So I got a new battery for the car, 7th of this month. That was about almost 3 weeks ago. So I have that installed, even though I'll need to get the terminals repaired because they're not very tight on there. So I'll do something about that. So the big question is, how does it run? Well, there's only one way to find out. It runs pretty smooth. I'll need to get the exhaust leak repaired as soon as possible. I think it needs a gasket. That's all it needs. So there it is. Like I said, it runs very smooth. No check engine light. The idle's great. The interesting thing is, it didn't take many tries to get it started at all. In fact, once the fuel system got primed, it started right up. So I guess the oil pressure was probably low the other time it took so long to start. So that's it right there. The car is running. Give it a little rev. Sounds good. So I guess that's another win, definitely. I was really anxious to see how it ran, and I'm glad everything went well. Right now I still have water in the cooling system because I don't want to waste my coolant. I'll be replacing that very soon, probably after the test drive. So that's how it all went. Success, success, success. It's been a long journey. I've had this car for about almost 5 months now. Haven't really driven it. I guess all the delays were because of shipping delays and all that. So now we got it running. Yeah, got it running. So I guess call it a wrap for this video. Ending on a beautiful note. The Accord is alive again. Yes, we're getting close to enjoying VTEC. It's around the corner. It's much closer than we think right now. So, fellas, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't give up. Just keep at it systematically, prayerfully. I mean, you'll succeed. Don't give up. You learn a lot, by the way. The journey was long. We're arriving at the destination. So if you found this video useful, don't forget to give me a like. Share with your friends and loved ones so they can benefit from all the useful tips and information. Also, leave a comment below. What would you do in my situation? I'm sure a lot of people would have gotten the engine replaced ages ago, but no, I like to know what goes into my engines, you know. So, in the next video, we'll be taking it out for a nice test drive so that we can ascertain that everything got fixed. Just don't have any oil leaks or any leaks of any kind. By the way, I already looked under, everything was looking good. So, till next time, fellas, catch you, stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.